guys, Justin here, back with another mock draft video. Hopefully this one is as enjoyable as the first one. I didn't love the. Oops, sorry. I didn't love the camera on the first one. I apologize. I had plans to use that keyboard, and I just never typed anything on there, so the view wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. So this one is on Yahoo, and I don't do Yahoo drafts. I haven't tried one on this iPad, so hopefully it goes okay. Yahoo's busy tonight, so I grabbed the first one that had an open spot. I've been waiting like 15 minutes. But I figured I wouldn't make you guys wait, so I just kind of hung out until about a minute or so left, and I can let you know. Yeah, I didn't pick my spot. 11 was the only spot that was available, and I don't think, I'm almost positive we didn't have 11 in the draft on ESPN, so, but it'll be cool to see the difference in like the ADPs. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now that this is okay. There we go. I just kind of waited on it. Hope everyone's doing well. That's no joke. I think drafting is the best part of fantasy. Is that on my screen? Or, yeah. There's like something on my phone screen, but it's not on though. I can tell. Alright. Looks like we got 3 autos right now. Hopefully those guys get in here. Oh, see, look at that. If you watch my first video, they have Nick Chubb way higher. I mean, that's where I would have him. This must not be PPR, though. I mean, it's got receptions listed. Ask a dumb question. Let's see if anyone responds right. Oh, gosh. Oh, look at that. I can't message. Boo. I mean, receptions are listed. You know, there, so. So that would change my entire strategy. Man, the quarterbacks are down there, too. Okay, I mean, this changes my whole strategy. I still think if I want to get one of the top 3 running back, it has to be the turn. Because I'd be in the back end of the 3rd, so I might switch it up for this one, too. We'll see. Hopefully it stays focused, and I think the view is still better than the last one, regardless. Alright, after waffling for 5 minutes, the draft's gonna start. See when Jamar won, I mean, that's crazy. I've seen that, though. Okay, I got a lot of autos, that kind of stinks. I mean, I want Nick Chubb, but crazy the difference in the ADP. I mean, that just goes to show you that me taking Nick Chubb in that last video was not like a real. I can't get Chubb because the auto in front of me. Nice. I'll just unqueue him. No. Unqueue him. I definitely don't want Bijan. I think Bijan's gonna be great, but I'm a Saints fan, so I mean, gosh, I'm not enamored with anybody. But I would take Saquon. I'm not huge on Pollard. See, if I want Mahomes, I gotta get him now. But I do want to make this team different than the last one. So in this scenario, the way this is going, I'm gonna go with the boomer bust of ETN. We didn't get him in the last video. So Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, we double down on running backs there. I don't see a scenario where Patrick Mahomes gets back to me. Not even a little bit. But if you were, I'd run up and get him. I mean, I would run up. Sorry, I started there. The issue is the autos too. This is really fun to see the difference between ESPN and Yahoo. As you guys know, I like Devontae Smith. I mean, in terms of the way I view players, I would say I line up more with Yahoo in their rankings. He's low. Hope everyone's doing okay. I don't know that I have any viewers in Hawaii, but obviously prayers, thoughts to those affected by the wildfires. That's been like the stuff like that this year. It's been going on. It's been insane. I thought Mahomes went, but they have Hurts above him. That's wild. Devontae Smith's so good. Picking at 11, I think I might have said that in the previous video. I love picking at 11 or 12. You know, the weights in the middle rounds get to hurting you, but you get two top 15 players. Like, that's, in my opinion, a massive advantage. So, Aaron Jones is a little early for me, knowing what AJ Dillon brings to the table. Move my microphone a little bit. Hopefully that didn't make too much noise. But, you know, it's interesting, like, looking at these guys here. I think Ridley excites me more than any of the other receivers. I do like when you hammer down two running backs, and there goes Patrick Mahomes, and the quarterback. That just changes my whole viewpoint of the position, because there's just not much that differentiates a lot of those guys. phenomenal for me last year. So, I think he's in the conversation. Dude, this is a tough one here. I already have. This is weird of me. Like, I already have ETN. I'm gonna go back to the DK. Well, because it did well for me last year. I didn't mean to say that same word choice, but I'm gonna go back to DK Metcalf because he did well for me last year. With the plans of going a little bit against their ADP with my next pick and getting Terry McLaurin, as long as Dale does not get him. Yeah, so getting McLaurin, and then so with that, sorry to yell, the team is Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, DK Metcalf, and Terry McLaurin. I do like how Yahoo gives you kind of an idea of where your pick would be. Boy. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So it's like, do you play the ADP game? You know what? Do you get one of your onesie positions? For me, the way I see it, I'm gonna pick one guy from up here that may make his way to me, right? If I was gonna get any of those guys, if I wanted one of them to make, okay, I need to. This is me thinking out loud. I used to do radio, and I talk too fast, and I tend to do that in videos. If I were going to be selecting a player that might make his way back to me, it would be Brandon Ayuk, okay? Because then I'd be able to throw him in the flex, and I've played him there before, played him there last year. If he doesn't find his way to me, what I may do is take Burrow. I'm an LSU fan, so I like Joe Burrow. I also want to keep in mind a few guys down here. Alvin Kamara, he's looked good in the training camp preseason period with the Saints. I like Dylan as a third running back. Pickens. I even like Pickens in the flex. Receivers are crazy, man. Oh man, AR I like. Okay, let's just see what happens. Let's see what's going on up here. Boy, oh boy. So Ayuk is gone, right? Like, yeah. This is so weird. I haven't drafted guys in this position because I'm an ESPN guy, you know, so I haven't seen these guys. Miles Sanders as a third running back would be incredible. I would never play him in the flex though, and that's kind of what I was talking about, trying to get away from last year. Sorry, in my last video was getting that third running back before you fill out where you're actually going to play guys, because I'm not going to play a running back besides like maybe Alvin Kamara in my flex. Christian Watson went crazy at the end of last year. Was he Jordan Love's #1 target? Could be. I'm gonna go Burrow, even though I'd like to wait and get Richardson. upside, but I mean, you guys let me know if this was a team that you'd be happy with. If it came down to it. Honestly, the way this is lining up, it makes me want to grab my onesie positions. I'm going to go against my better judgment here. And take Kamara. And the reason why is because I would play him in my flex. Because he catches enough footballs to be a flex play. In a PPR league, I like to go receiver. But Alvin Kamara catches enough footballs for me to be in the position to, one, be a phenomenal third running back if someone gets hurt. So it gives me the ability to move an injured guy out and still have a top running back from a team. And also, if everyone's healthy, well, he catches enough balls to be in the flex position. I waited on I waited on the tight end because I just don't see a massive difference between like Pat Fryermuth and Cole Kmet. Like, I just don't see it. And they have Kmet way down here. There were positives and negatives to be taken from Kmet's 2022 season. He set career highs with 7 touchdowns, 7.9 yards per target, and 10.9 yards per reception. However, his targets fell from 93 to 69. Nice. So obviously his catches and production regressed from 21. Chicago had a nearly invisible passing attack early in the season. As a result, Kmet had 16 or fewer yards in 4 of his first 6 games. Things ended up getting better as the season went on. He didn't fall below 27 yards in any of his last 9 games. And during that time, Kmet saw between 5 and 7 targets in 7 of those contests. He'll benefit from the Bears having added DJ Moore to the wide receiver rotation. Between Moore and Darnell Mooney, Chicago has speed on the outside, which should open up room in the middle of the field for Kmet to operate. It's unlikely Kmet moves into the top tier fantasy tight ends, but based on demonstrated ability and the potential for increased opportunity, Kmet has a solid chance to end up as a top 10 tight end. I don't buy. I've been bit so much by the Tyler Higbee stuff that he doesn't. He doesn't excite me. So I mean, for me, Fryermuth would have been in play. Evan Ingram is still in play, but I'm leaning Kmet. Pickens went. That sucks. Don't like that. I've got a ton of autos now, so I apologize for that. I'm gonna look at guys that I like. I always like Jacoby Myers in fantasy. I love Zay Flowers. This year, he's a guy that I want. I'm targeting in all my leagues. Kadarius Toney. ADP on a lot of these guys is like really low. Romeo Dobbs I like a lot. So Rondell Moore I like. So there's receivers to be had late in this setup. already. Okay. Give me AJ Dillon. The thought there was maybe one of the Cook brothers, but I just know AJ Dillon's gonna get a lot of goal line work, so there's so many running backs here, man. It's crazy. It's insane. It makes me feel like I have to take one there, even though I've already taken a few. 119. I mean, that's like way down here. You know, he's not gonna make his way back though. So this is gonna be a reach by their ADP, but he's not gonna make his way back to me, I don't think. And I love Zay Flowers, like more than any of the guys that are up there. So defense is already going. That's tragic. Someone mentioned and they were right, like New Orleans, even though I'm a fan, like they have a phenomenal setup because of their schedule is the easiest in the league. I wish I could remember who commented that. I should give them credit, but yes, they have by far the easiest schedule. I wonder if it says that. The one good stat from the Saints defense last year was that they allowed the 7th fewest points in the league. Before I even read this, they didn't cause any turnovers. That was their biggest issue. They registered the 5th most sacks, but the 3rd fewest interceptions. This should remain a good enough defense from an NFL standpoint, as they are decent in all phases. The Saints will look to retain their solid pass rush after adding a pair of top 40 picks drafted to bolster the line. That would be Brian Brzee from Clemson and Isaiah Foskey from Notre Dame. If they hit, the whole defense could see a big jump. Aside from Marshawn Lattimore, who is, in my opinion, the best cornerback in the league. The cornerback room is hit or miss. I disagree with that. No one's as good as Marshawn, but I think Adebo and Avonte Taylor are fine corners. They should be fine against limited offenses, but they're likely to have issues when playing the better ones. The ability to pressure the quarterback puts them in the discussion as a top 10 fantasy defense. Alright. Late buy as well, which I'm into when it comes to those positions. And kickers are going too. The auto. This team is going to look insane because the auto has taken the defenses and the kickers so early that I'm going to be able to get, this would be super unrealistic. I'm going to be able to just get a bunch of guys that are going to play. Like, he would have made it to me. Like Hollywood Brown is still there. Like, what? What? Jamal Williams is still there. Who, when you have Alvin Kamara, you might want to get him, just because Alvin will miss time. So I already have Terry McLaurin, so it takes me out of the Dodson thing. I'm gonna get Jamal Williams just because it's a smart thing to do if you have stock in Alvin this year. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running backs, and I only have 1, 2, 3 receivers, so no tight end. So we're gonna go. I was like, where the hell's Komet? There's Komet. So Devon A-Chain. Shoot. This is wild, man. The amount of running backs that, would it make sense to get this many? No. think you'll just find more tight ends on the waiver wire than you would other positions. So this has been like kind of I thought ESPN got really unrealistic at the end, but this is really taking the cake, I think. In that regard. And once again, these last rounds are going to go by so fast. Anthony Richardson is just staring at me. That's a kid I would not be afraid to have as my starting quarterback, just because of the upside. I was mowing my yard today and I was listening to the fantasy footballers, and they made the point that, upside is what wins you drafts, and I agree. The last time I won, my league is really competitive, so this is going to make me sound really bad. We've been doing it for a long time. I've come in second, third, fourth, fifth. I've never finished last. I've won it twice. And the last time I won it was Kamara's rookie season. I took him in the penultimate round, and just purely upside. I mean, the Saints had Mark Ingram, Adrian Peterson, and then Kamara was thought of as the third. But I really liked Kamara at Tennessee. I thought he was a really good player. Saw the stuff in camp he was doing, and he single-handedly essentially won me that league. Being able to play him in the flex was huge that year. So, with that being said, now it's do I think Tony or Myers is the better pick? And I'm a Jacoby Myers guy because of his consistency. But Tony can win you weeks, I think, if he lives up to his potential. So, there we go. Oh, I hit the freaking mic again. I'm sorry, guys. So, there you go. Oh, I guess Komet went. Woof. We're kind of punting on tight end here. Dulcich was good last year. I'll say that. Dulcich was good last year. So do I trust one of the rookies or Schultz or Dulcich more? There's not much of a difference here. Russell Wilson never really used the tight end much. So I think young quarterbacks like to throw to their tight ends more. So give me Dalton Schultz as my tight end. Not someone that I'm actually targeting at all. And usually I've got my kicker and defense in by now. I talked about being way more balanced, but I haven't had to because I love Baltimore as a defense. Week 13 bye, but tough division. I think the Saints will be my play. I don't think I'll get them in my main league, like my actual league, because I think those guys will be thinking about how easy the Saints' schedule is. Y'all can see this. So he's ranked 60th, right? Joe Burrow is. His X rank is 60. I got him at pick 59, so the value's there. X rank 32, got him at 35, great value. In terms of Yahoo rankings, McLaurin was a slight reach. I took him at pick 38. His X rank is 49. Barkley's 11 and 11. BTN, a little bit of a reach, 14 to 24. Schultz is pretty much right on the money, 134, 142. Steele, a little bit of reach with Kamara, 62, 77, but I like him. Not too bad, 83, 83 right on the head. This is probably my biggest reach there. 107 to 89, that's a steal. 110 and 124, so not many big time, crazy reaches, right? let Jacoby Myers fall to me, dude. Come on, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. I'm fine with any of those guys, man. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. You know, it's getting close to ending. I've enjoyed these. Let me know down below what I'll probably do. My next video, my draft is a week from Friday. So, depending on if I can get a video out before then or not, my next video might be on the iPad walking you through my team. And I can go through a few teams that I like in my league outside of my own, or if I don't like my team. I've been there where I don't like my team, so I've definitely been there. But I'm pretty hard pressed on not having that happen this year. Like, I'm not taking a guy that I don't believe in. Schultz is the guy I believe in the least on this team, but not much I could do there. So now I'm gonna go Saints defense because Jacoby Myers got taken, and I'm fine with either of those two. I don't think I have a Green Bay or an Arizona receiver, do I? No. Okay. So I'm fine with either of those guys, and then kicker, I'll just take whoever's best available left. I've heard good things about Thielen this year, too. Dobbs is rated better. There's my man Derek Carr. What's like these receivers? Here's a name that pops out to us. I mean, Dobbs immediately is just like, boom, I'm here. Shade. Renfro. Not really. I think it's obviously Dobbs. So, Joe Burrow. I'll save it. We're gonna get a kicker. You want a high-powered offense. So, San Francisco makes sense. Week 9 bye is not my favorite. Honestly, my two favorites are Jake Elliott and Greg Joseph, just because their offenses should score a lot of points. So, I've really had a good time with this, guys. I like these videos. It's something I like to talk about. Love fantasy football. Also, Greg Joseph has a phenomenal buy. For a kicker, I don't have to worry about him. I can just put him in the lineup and not worry about him. Give me Greg Joseph. So, my team: Joe Burrow, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Dalton Schultz, Alvin Kamara, Greg Joseph, the Saints defense, A.J. Dillon, Zay Flowers, Jamal Williams, Devon A. Chain, Kadarius Toney, and Romeo Dobbs. So, let me know what you guys think. Did you think I did better in the previous draft or in this draft? You know, what team would you rather have? Once again, as always, thank you guys for tuning in. I had a ton of fun. Hopefully it relaxed you. Hopefully you're already asleep. Hopefully you